time for that. Well, no,
I can do.
Too late.
I'll do it.
You
Well,
sure?
17 minutes,
Okay.
there's nothing behind me.
Next is going to turn because
I missed the
you
turn.
missed a wee turn in there, but it doesn't matter. That's good, Robin, thank you. Here's one of the churches at this corner that's actually not used as a church anymore. It was bought over by Strathclyde University next to it as their examination hall and diploma, where you get your diploma at the end of your studies.
Yeah. Who's this fellow?
So this gives us another wee chance. Now I was just waving there as we went by. You see the wee blue TARDIS there on the right from the 1930s, the police box. Rocco, the chap who's chatting away there, he has opened it as a cafe. He's got a nice coffee machine inside, lovely coffee, and biscuits and whatnot. And lots of passing tourists there, and there's a nice chat to them.
That building you said was the oldest. Does it do anything now?
The oldest house is now a museum, so you can visit it. Now we're going to go quite slowly down this street because you'll get wonderful views in between the houses on the left of the size of Glasgow Cathedral. Second biggest in Scotland at the time, about 80 metres long, imposing, a churchyard round about it, but then here comes the bridge where the black horses, black draped horses and funeral cortege would make its way across the bridge and into the city of the dead on the hillside here. And some wonderful monuments. I mean, you can do lots of interesting tours around that cemetery. It's a bit like Père Lachaise in Paris. And you can see there's a figure of a man just behind us on top of the hill, on top of a column. That's John Knox. And then some little Egyptian style monuments, all sorts. And in fact, you can do a midnight walk up there. And if you happen to see a wee ghostie, then why not get a refreshment at the brewery coming up?
Just let this traffic go.
Just on the left hand side. This is a huge Glasgow brewery called the Drygate, and it brews, for instance, Tennant's beer, which is the Glasgow beer, Tennant's lager. And it goes way over the hill and beyond, so a great trail around the necropolis. So we go right at the bottom, Nick, thanks.
It's amazing.
And you can also do tours these days of the brewery. There's been a brewery there for about well over 500 years, 600 years actually. It was the monks who also brought brewing to Britain. Now the
File
East End,
protected.
which is where we are, is not as nice as city centre, West End, South Side. But a lot of money is being spent on it, as we'll see when we go round a bit more. Because the East End was Glasgow, and that's where everybody came, particularly from the Highlands and Ireland, and then all crammed in, making these slum areas so that had to be all demolished and tidied up. So we're turning right, we can go quite fast along this street then, Nick. I'll tell you we'll be turning left later. Away at that top green light that's turning red, that's where we're going left. So, and a lot of newer build, as you can see here. That's high-rise flats. But then if you look to the right-hand side, you see these flats. Now these are the type that we build now because I'll tell you about Glasgow's high-rise flats in a minute, but in a moment we're going to be turning left here onto what was the old main street. The main street of Glasgow ran down from the cathedral, as you can imagine, down to the river at the bottom. And coming round on our left side was one of the most beautiful areas as well, because Glasgow University was set up here. The oldest of our 3 universities dates back to